Man, that was an incredibly interesting and fascinating game one between the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors of the NBA Finals. Boston took game one on Golden State's own home court, 120-108. It was an interesting fourth quarter for the C's. They just went on a 20-2 run to close out, and after the 5-minute mark, when Al Horford hit back-to-back threes, the big man got it going for Boston. He finished with 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Old vet was on his he was on his money time. Jaylen Brown obviously contributed 24 points. Marcus Smart, he had a big couple of threes. He had 18 points. Same thing with Derek Wright. He had 21 points. Listen, a lot of people were surprised that Boston won game one. It was like, oh my God, it was shocking. If you watch basketball and understand how this team plays, it's not shocking. Boston has a legitimate shot to beat Golden State. Now, I had the Warriors in 6. I pushed that to 7 because I don't really think that if it was to go to that situation, I don't think Boston, they just have so much pride that they won't lose in their home court. But they said for this to go 7 games, in which I believe it will, they had to take a game on Golden State's home court, which they did, and then it happened to be game one. But give credit to the Celtics. I mean, listen, their defense was tremendous in the second half. They outscored the Warriors like 40-16. That is the most, I believe, the most lopsided point differential in NBA Finals history. They went on the run, okay? In the first quarter, I was really, really concerned about Boston's D because they were playing drop coverage, which means that they were sagging off screens and just letting Steph Curry hit completely wide open shots. That is something that you do. You do not want to leave that man open. There's anybody you want to leave open on that team is number 30 and number 11. You are leaving those two guys wide open. You are asking for trouble. But Steph was just hitting. He hit 6 threes. That's an NBA Finals record in the first quarter. And then he really quieted down in the second half. Boston ramped their defense up. They started switching everything because they have the buys to do so. And they put pressure up in the front court. And they were just tremendous on the defensive end. And Jordan Poole, he looked like he looked a little bit timid to me. I would expect more where Steph kind of didn't have it going as much in the second half. I thought that he would pick up a scoring load a little bit. I mean, he finished with I don't even think he finished with like 9 points. He looked a little timid. Klay Thompson had a somewhat decent game. He's still really trying to get back that old explosive Klay. 15 points, not bad. Steph Curry would have finished with a team high 34. Draymond Green didn't play particularly well. He had an awful shooting night. I believe he will bounce back better. But give credit to Boston's defense. Ime made a great adjustment at halftime. I mean, he should have never made an adjustment because, like I said, you can't leave Steph Curry wide open like that. But he made a great adjustment at halftime. And also, Jason Tatum shot horribly from the floor. 3 of 17 shooting. But if you just look at the stats and you didn't watch the game, he impacted the game in other areas. He had 13 assists that contributed to over 30 plus, I believe it was 35 points for Boston. So his 13 assists that led to scores contributed to 35 Boston Celtics points. That is huge. That is huge. He was like, I'm not knocking down the shots, but I'm going to get my other guys involved. I'm going to get them easy shots. I'm going to get Marcus Smart open for 3. I'm going to get Al Horford open for 3. You see, when you do other things besides scoring the basketball, there are other ways besides putting the ball in the hoop to affect a game. Playing defense, getting rebounds, getting offensive foul calls on the team, getting defensive foul calls, talking trash, being the energy guy. Those things that do not show up in the stat sheet affect the game for your team. And that's exactly what Jason Tatum was doing with his passing. Guys, teammates evolved. 13 assists. He was tremendous on, being a floor general for his team. So I give props to Jason Tatum. But man, it was really, really interesting. I mean, the last stretch when Boston went, that was just they could not miss from 3. They got red hot. And that ultimately that shot, I believe that by Marcus Smart with like a minute or so left, that three, I was like, yeah, that sealed the deal. That game was over. Game two is scheduled to be, I believe, Saturday, which is tomorrow, so that should be interesting. I believe Golden State will bounce back. I think it will be a 1-1 split. Steph Curry will play better in the second half. I believe that they will try to get Klay Thompson going more on pick and rolls, like pin down screens to get them going. Jordan Poole, yeah, man, you can't give us 9 points. Especially, I praise you so much. A lot of people, were saying, hey, he could be the next Steph Curry in terms of when Steph is 34. The big three is a little bit older. They're not old, but they're a little bit older, when they first won a title compared to now. So it looks like Jordan Poole was going to be the next guy to carry the reins. But he's got to step up a little bit, knock down some shots, possibly get him going. When I watched the Warriors offense, I guess since they got comfortable with Steph knocking down all those threes, a lot of the players just really stopped moving. They was like, okay, Steph could, could get this. But again, give credit to Boston Celtics defense. But if you look at their flow, Golden State's offense is ball movement. When the ball is moving and it has significant amount of energy, you're playing, you're running, you're cutting hard more when you know you're going to touch the basketball at least once or twice in a play. And I believe the Warriors players weren't doing that a lot. Kind of went a little bit iso ball, but again, give credit to Boston's D. They really pressured up on guys, got inside their bodies, and that's why they came out with a win. But I believe Game 2 will go to Golden State. Game 3 will go to Celtics, and then I'll just take it from there after Game 3. But I believe going back to Boston, it'll be a 1-1 split. Golden State will come out with more aggressive. They will come out, give Boston Celtics a punch in the first quarter. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Game 1. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share this video out to all your friends, family members. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next time. Later.